FAQ, is this a real distro? It's simple and to the point. I guess I don't really need to write more than that. How do I get games on Nyarch? No, stop. How do I turn this off? I love drifting in Super Talks code. And it's not like I'm helping because I care or anything. Yeah, it's encountering some trouble. Welcome back to the Virt-manager YouTube channel, everybody. And you guys know me, I love myself a good joke operating system. And the one I'm going to be reviewing today isn't really that much of a joke, per se, but it sure as hell makes it hard to believe that it's not, at times. This is Nyarch Linux, or Nyarch Linux. And it's a fork of Arch Linux for, like, anime lovers. It's like cat boys, anime, manga, this kind of thing, put into an operating system. And I was just so curious because I had heard about this, but I'd never tried it before, and I went into it with very little knowledge. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here we are on the Nyarch Linux website, the perfect Linux distribution for degenerated weebs. Enhance your weeb flow with our pre-installed applications. Catgirl downloader? I mean, do you really need this? The Nyarch assistant, that might be a good feature, we'll see this. Oh my god. Who is writing the text on this thing? And apparently there's a dedicated customization utility, so I don't know, is that kind of like GNOME tweaks or something like that? And okay, there's a femboy. FAQ, is this a real distro? It's simple and to the point, I guess I don't really need to write more than that. So it is currently installing the ISO. I guess I'll cut to the point where it's finished downloading. Alright, now that it's done downloading, I guess we can go ahead and create the virtual machine. So I have gone ahead and opened up Virtual Machine Manager as always, and let's go ahead and create a new virtual machine. I guess I'll just put Arch Linux as the operating system type. I can afford to give it 8GB of RAM and 6 CPU cores, and we'll give it a 40GB disk. We'll call this Nyarch Linux. We have booted into Nyarch Linux. Just select the first one. This is the installer. Oh wow, this is a bit slow, but that's alright. I mean, it is a virtual machine. Let's just go through the installer. We're in the keyboard, and for the first time ever, we actually have Colmac support in one of these installers. I'm gonna take the win on this one. Of course, we have just created an arbitrary new disk with no data on it, so we'll just erase the disk and set up a no hibernate swap file. We'll use ext4, because to be honest, it's fine, it doesn't really matter. My full name will be Pyramid, the name for my login will be Pyramid, and the name for the computer will be Chavez Family PC. Alright, so I guess we just click install and confirm it. Oh yeah, so these guys have a Telegram channel and a Discord server, so I guess you guys can join that if you like what you see in this video. To be honest, I don't really know much about this project. I'm aware it's quite popular. It's just, I only know that it's like anime and like cat boys and this kind of thing. Alright, now it says all done. And this is indeed the default boot menu when you install Arch Linux. Oh, okay, nice. A custom loading boot screen. That's pretty good. Also, I'm not sure. Is this meant to be Nyarch or Nyarch? I would assume it's meant to be Nyarch because it's like, you know, like the Japanese onomatopoeia for a cat. It's like nya, right? It's not meow. Okay, I've logged in and this looks about the same as normal, but I really should change the resolution. It's quite low. Suddenly, would you look at that? It looks way better. Alright, so here we are. Welcome to Nyarch. Nyarch Linux is an Arch Linux based OS that aims to create the best possible experience for weebs. Choose any waifu as your wallpaper. So let's see this in settings. You know what, we might as well run through this. But actually, right before we do that, I think there's something I should remind you guys about. And that is, of course, the Virt-manager YouTube channel operating system task list. This is a series of tasks that I do for all the operating systems I review on this channel. The tasks are in order. Number 1, boot up. Number 2, connect to the internet. Number 3, get a graphical system running. Number 4, get a text editor running. Number 5, program FizzBuzz, compile and run it. Number 6, run a game. Number 7, browse the internet. Number 8, explore what makes it special. And number 9, destroy the sucker. So out of these, I think we can already see that number 1 and 3 are successful. Let's just check if we are connected to the internet. Yep, so we are in fact connected to the internet. Now let's get back to the setup. Then we'll move on to task number 4. Okay, so there are a few wallpapers. There's this one, which to be honest, I like it a bit more. Unlike all the anime character ones, this one makes me feel like I actually have showered within the past 2 weeks. Catgirl downloader. This one we're gonna check out later. Read manga. I don't really read manga. I don't read comics in general. During the installation process, this screen showed up, and this is Nyarch. Nyarch? I don't know. Let me open the terminal. So there's a common Linux utility. It's not really a utility. It's just sort of a cool thing called like NeoFetch or FastFetch, and it will show you some information about your system. And Nyarch Linux has its own one called Nyarch. Yeah, that that looks pretty good. That's quite cool. It's formatted all nicely. Keep your system up to date. The updater is one of those features on Linux people really are annoyed about, and it's kind of unintuitive how to upgrade programs, how to update them. Once you learn how to do it, it's really not that bad, but still, this operating system is ostensibly friendly to beginners. So I think you should really not need any of the knowledge about package managers or anything to be able to update things. So let's see this. Check for updates. Okay, it's just going to keep updating itself repeatedly. Oh look, it customized the progress bars. Okay, done. Press enter to exit. Okay, there we go. So the Nyarch updater is completed, and here's some, I don't know what is, some like AI generated like anime character. Let's get to the task list. We are now on task number 4. Get a text editor running. Now the thing is, I've actually written several of my own text editors, so I want to see if I can get one of those up. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the desktop, and then I'm just going to clone it. Let's see if I can install. Now that it's installed, let's go ahead and run it. And yeah, there we go. So the text editor is actually working. Task number 4 is complete. With that, we can move on to task number 5. Program FizzBuzz, compile, and run it. So allow me to make a quick file for that. We have a FizzBuzz C file, so let me just go ahead and open that in my text editor. Okay, so there we go. That's FizzBuzz program. That took a grand total of, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds. And let's see if it works. Now, of course, there was no real universe in which I didn't expect this to work. I use Linux all the time, and of course I have programmed FizzBuzz on Linux, but you know what, still, I think we can give this a solid check. Okay, now number 6 is run a game, and I want to see if there are any games pre-installed on this. Let's see Nyarch Assistant. This is the assistant of the operating system, so I guess we can ask this if there are any games that I can get. Okay, welcome to Nyarch Assistant. How do I get games on Nyarch?
Did you mean get games on ours?
There's text-to-speech. No. We're turning that off. No, stop. How do I turn this off? Please. Okay. Did you mean get games on Arch? Your typing is all messed up, baka. I have to say, it is quite funny how this one actually has a bit of character. That is quite humorous. So obviously the first suggestion is to just download Steam. That's boring. You know, let's not do that. That's not even really what I was asking. What I wanted to know is, are there any games built in on the operating system known as Nyarch Linux?
Seriously? Any games built on the operating system known as Arch Linux? You really need to work on your typing, baka. But I guess I can help you, since you're obviously clueless.
It's not every day I get to do that voice. My friend Alex does it much better, but I can try. So GNOME Games, I was not aware of that package. Let's see if that's a real thing actually. Sudo pacman-s GNOME Games. So let's install this. Now, let's see what programs are installed. Okay, are there any games here? Okay, games. No games found. So I don't really understand what's happening here, so let's just go with the old reliable SuperTux card. Oh, I think it might be with a K actually. SuperTux card, let's go ahead and launch this. You know, I honestly love this game. Okay, we'll skip this. Which character do I like playing as? I forgot already. I haven't played this in so long. Okay, yeah, this is, due to the fact that we're in a virtual machine, this is all like software rendered and really slow. Like what you're seeing on screen is not edited. It genuinely is this laggy and slow. Now look at this. Simply the fastest car rider on the planet. I love drifting in SuperTux Kart. Now, I used to be kind of good at SuperTux Kart, to be honest. I haven't played it in a while. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to confidently say that, yeah, we have run a game. So that's number 6, run a game, checked off. Let's go to task number 7, browse the internet. And I think this will be quite trivial, because we just have Firefox right here in the bottom. But you know what? Let's say I am not aware of that. Let's just pretend I'm a very beginner user and say, how do I use the internet? I want to browse it, please.
Seriously, your typing is getting worse, baka. And it's not like I'm helping because I care or anything. I just can't stand seeing someone struggle with something so basic.
To be honest, I think the developer should look into this, because like, that's just not true. It's not like I need to install Firefox. Like, it's already installed. I think really the correct answer is just to say that you already have Firefox installed. I think the helper here should be really more aware of the operating system that you're currently running on. Okay, so they know their target audience. Reddit is right here, right next to YouTube and Wikipedia. Let's browse some Wikipedia. Let's go to French Wikipedia. I do not speak French. Let's read about vie liturgique dans les textes de l'Évangile selon Saint Marc. Le vin représente le sang de Jésus Christ. Again, I do not know any French. Pretty much the only thing I can say in French is je ne parle pas français, but I guess this, this liturgical wine represents the blood of Jesus Christ. Let's check out my website. Let's see if it loads here. Yeah, tierned.net loads here. Alright, so that means task number 7 is complete. With that, let's move on to task number 8. And this is where I think we may spend quite a lot of time, because to explore what makes this thing special, we have to go through quite a few features. Okay, so Nyarch Assistant, this one we have already launched, but let's see, is there anything I missed in it? Let's see if voice input works, although I don't think it will. Mrs. Arch Linux, can you hear me? Wow, no, that actually understood it. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, this is just a complete Gooner assistant. Do not know why you'd really want to use this, but I guess it's a fun gimmick for the operating system. Nyarch Customize. That changes the appearance. That's pretty good. That's not that interesting to be honest. Let's just do bottom panel. This makes it look more like Windows or something. Maybe like KDE on default settings. Okay, now if I press the Windows key, it doesn't go to the virtual desktop manager. It actually just opens this menu here. Okay, so most of these are just pretty typical programs, because you'll be looking through and you'll be looking at remove software, audio player, calculator, calendar, cat girl downloader. Yeah, let's look at this one. Is just like a 3x3 JPEG of a, like, what is this? Okay, download, I guess. I wonder why it's displaying like this. I feel like it shouldn't. That is a cat girl. I mean, yeah. I mean, the program fulfills its purpose. That's certainly true. Okay. I mean, yep, that's another cat girl. So yeah, I guess cat girl downloader works pretty well, with the exception that you can't see what the hell you are downloading. Alright, let's look back through the programs and see what's next. Alright, Comic Coup. This is the manga viewer. Comic Hub free. Let's look at this. Let's see what free comics they have. Okay, yeah, so this has a bunch of like American comics and stuff. This isn't really manga, so whatever. I mean, yeah, it downloads and views comics. This is honestly probably one of the better programs of the whole thing, because this one actually has a point. Okay, and the next one is Waifu Downloader. Is this one also going to be just invisible? It's just not even downloading anything. Okay, I mean, so let's try reopening it. It's just not working. What is like the difference between this and Cackle Downloader? Like, genuinely, you need to zoom in with an electron microscope to see what the hell is going on here. And this one is just not even downloading. So yeah, Waifu Downloader, I have to say, this one's a bit of a disappointment. It doesn't even work. And you know what? I think those are all of the Nyarch specific features that are advertised on the website. Or at least those are all the main ones. So I guess that is point 8 completed. Now we can go on to the Pyramid operating system task list task number 9, destroy the sucker. And I'm gonna go with old reliable file deletion. So this command, of course, will delete positively everything it can from the very root of the system and render it utterly inoperable. Let's give the system one final goodbye. Let's tell our assistant what we're about to do. Time to die, foul demon. If you have a problem with your system, just say so like a normal person. No, I am going to delete everything on the system.
You can't be serious. Are you really that much of a baka? So put down the hypothetical rm-rf command and step away from the terminal.
That exactly I am not going to do. Boom. Yeah, it's encountering some trouble. Oh, the wallpaper disappeared. Oh, all the icons are disappearing. Yeah, it like deleted all the history with my chat. Okay, I can't access the terminal anymore. I can access this for some reason. I have a little suspicion that not much is gonna happen from here on out on the system. Okay, so I guess let's force off the system and see if it will reboot. Booting from hard disk grub loading. Welcome to grub. And no, it does not boot. So with that, we have completed every task on the Pyramid YouTube channel operating system task list. I really hope you guys enjoyed my video, and if you did, I would very much appreciate it if you were to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell on my channel. I plan to release another operating system review in maybe 3 to 4 days. If you guys would rather see a different video rather than an operating system review, please tell me in the comments, and in general, leave your opinions in the comments. I love to read them. I do read most of the comments, and yeah, that'll be all.